Steve Alley here, and today on Off-Road Grind we are going to be installing a new set of bump stops on the truck. I am loaded up, ready to rock off to Colorado, and I got a lot of weight on the trailer. We have a very heavy piano up in here, and I think I've got it balanced properly. So I put those Torch Offroad Add leaves in the other day, and it raised it up 2 inches, so it was at 23 something, then it went up to like 26 and the I think no, it was at 26 and it went up to 29. Yeah, it was 26 and a quarter and it went up to 29. Anyways, with all this stuff in the back, and when I put that trailer onto the hitch, it drops it down to 23, and I don't want to be driving on the highway 1,000 miles to Colorado with it like that. So we are going to be putting in the Timbren Tortun4, I believe it's called, rear suspension upgrade. So it's basically a big rubber bump stop for the most part, and they just came in today, so we're going to stick those on, get the truck all set up. It's going to go where the U-bolts are for the old bump stop, and this is going to get bolted down probably like that on that, and then the frame is going to pop down on top of that. So let's go. Actually, it's so soon since I put those add leaves in. These are the old U-bolts. They're just still hanging out from having used those. I want to put some D rings here on the bed of the truck on the floor. I'll do that when I get back from Colorado. Don't really need them right now. The back's got so much stuff in it. So these are going to take a bolt here. Is that a 14? I think it might be a 14, which is great because I've got a socket right there for that. So we're gonna, I'm pretty sure you look like 14, maybe 13. Nope, probably maybe 17. Yeah, so that's a 17 mil bolt, and then so this is going to go, looks like, yeah, I'm going to have to put that down through there, and that's probably going to screw right into that, I'm guessing. Yeah, so here's the instructions. Raise the vehicle a bit, but don't let the axle hang freely. Loosen the axle U-bolts, and we're going to retorque those back to 90 foot-pounds. Put this deal in here that's going to go in the coil and get bolted down into there. And then we're just going to crank it tight and then fit these underneath the U-bolts and tighten them back up. Sounds pretty simple. And there's a picture of the setup. So let me get an extension for the bolt here, and I'll be right back. So just do a bit of a crisscross pattern here. Tighten them up. guess I need to take one off anyways. Dude. Okay. Sweet. Let's check out the height. Okay, so we've got the jack down. Let's see if these are... Nope, so they're not actually sitting on the bump stop. That one is though. Yeah, this side was like an inch or so lower with the weight of everything in on the left side for some reason. I think I've got a lot of heavy things on the left side of the bed of the truck. Got 12 gallons of gas on the right, but I think I got a bunch of tools and stuff on the left side. So yeah, it makes sense. Anyway, so that one's connected. And then, so let's measure it and make sure, see what we got, and then hook up the trailer to see the difference in height. Yeah, I think this one was 35 before, so it's pushed up a smidge at 35.5. And the other side, well, it shouldn't have gone down anything because it's not touching. It's like 36, yeah, so that's good. So that's kind of where I was at before I put those addle leaves in. And then I loaded all this stuff in the back of the truck. So it brought it down that couple of inches that the addle leaves pushed up, so that's good. My big concern though is with the trailer, and we'll put the left side down to 33 inches. And I think the right side down to 35, I think. So let's load the trailer on there and take the weight off the jack and see what we got. Here we got the trailer down. Get this not sitting on the jack. And on the hitch, I'm gonna put these Falcons on for the drive because I think they're better tires than these General Grabbers, which are kind of old. Just have a higher PSI a little bit. And so these 34, so before it was 33, and they are. And on this side we are at 36, and it's touching the bump stop. The new Tortun 4. So I think we're good. Looking forward to seeing how it works on the highway, and I'll add that onto the video and pop this out next week, I guess. There's the trailer all on the truck. It's got a nice stance to it, so that's good. This was at 33 with before, so we're 34.5, so that's good, 1.5 inches. And the same on the other side, I think. We're down to 35.5, so that's good. So I think so far, I like what it actually just changing tires here for the trip. And there's the Timbren Tortun4 bump stop, all loaded up with what's in the back bed of the truck at least. So yeah, pretty good contract. Great positioning, looks solid, so let's get these tires switched out. Well, this is just a recap video on the Timbren Tortun4 bump stops that I put in probably a few weeks ago now. I was away in Colorado for 2 weeks, just got back a couple days ago. I'd say they worked out phenomenally well. Really impressed with how well they supported the back end of the truck, even though I had a ton of weight on there. So there they are with no weight in the back of the truck and no trailer on it. So lots of room compared to what you saw earlier when it was all loaded up. And I really like how it felt on the highway, which is really the key for what I was looking for on these. I did not want that trailer to be sliding around or not in control with that big expensive piano that was on there. So I really love how these worked. Tried to get past the fact that they're like almost $250, I think, for just a bunch of rubber and a bit of a platform. Focus more on what they were actually doing for me, and they did an amazing job on that. It looks like they're going to last forever. There's no adjustments, so I don't have to worry about changing things. They're just there when there's no load in the back. There's really no impact or connection with the bump stops. I imagine if I really hit something hard, the frame would come down on the top of the bump stop and make some contact, and you know, there'd be some benefit there, but really I'm not too concerned about that. With these Torch Offroad Add leaves, that did a really good job of supporting the back end of the truck and giving it a bit more of a rake, but also giving me some support when I was putting some weight in the back of the truck. It just wasn't enough when I was really loading that trailer full of stuff, so that's why I got these bump stops, and I really like how they worked. So thanks for watching the video, and have a great day.